Hello, this is wmpyr here to talk once again about the blender. The blender, of course, being an idea to help you guys make your Heaven 6 technique a little bit more combat ready. So I thought it'd be fun to do a movie fight scene breakdown. This is from the film Out for Justice. You're looking at Professor Dan Inosanto, and he's about to go up against Steven Seagal. And yeah, this is the famous bar fight scene. And let's get this started right here. So here we go. There's Steven Seagal, and he's going to end up having a oh, there he is. There's Professor Danilo Santo, and right here, let me pause it real quick. Steven Seagal has the advantage because his weapon is longer. He has the reach advantage without a doubt, right? So what I want you guys to see is Professor Dan Santo is going to use the blender to get in closer, okay? So they start off at a distance, and from here, there he goes. He's at a distance far away. He's using a nice complex blender pattern where you saw his right arm was way up and it came down. I'm talking about Professor Daniel Santo using the double sticks here. So his arm weaving pattern that he's using for the blender is a little bit more complex. And now he gets closer, and then that sets up for the power strike right there. The power strike breaks Steven Seagal's stick. Yes, I know, it's pretty cliche for movies. And he's going to end up with double sticks. And then we get to see something interesting. So it's double stick versus double stick. Here, once again, you see Professor Daniel Santos' arm was fairly high up. And there we go. This is blender versus blender, okay? So if you look at Steven Seagal's face right here, I'm sorry the graphics, it's not great, but you know, you get the idea. He's putting a ton of effort into it, and that is the idea of a blender, because right now, that is what's keeping Steven Seagal safe from Danny Santos' attacks. If he wasn't doing the blender, he would just get immediately attacked and his head bashed in. So it's the blender that's making it difficult for the professor to just come in. And here we go. Boom, 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 boom. This is blender versus blender. Some very cool stuff. Once again, you could see his arms right here, Steven Seagal's arms crossing. The pattern he's using, I did a breakdown of it before. My guess is that it is the 4-count arm weaving drill. And then, Professor Daniel Santo is using a much more complex pattern. It's more, I believe, along the lines of Heaven 6. It is kind of a free flow variation, and then he's using that up-down motion for the number 1 substitute as well. So once again, his is more complex, and still though, it is blender versus blender going on, and you can see the sticks are just whipping by, and neither one is able to go in. They have to keep that distance until all of a sudden right here, I don't know what happens right there, but right there Steven Seagal loses the stick in his right hand. I don't know if his hand got hit. I didn't see a disarm. I don't know what's up with that, but he loses one stick, and then he decides he's going to just go ahead and lose both sticks. So I guess that baits the Professor Danny Santo to going, hey man, I got this. I have 2 sticks. This guy just lost both of his sticks. So as you can see, the Professor is coming in full swing. You can see the stick way back, and he's going for the finish, the kill shot right here, which for Steven Seagal's Aikido, it kind of works because it's better that the opponent is more committed, and then he counters him and does his Aikido thing right here. Okay, now let's go back right here. If right when Steven Seagal loses his stick, if the professor had done what he did earlier, where he was inching in rather than immediately go for a kill shot, because remember when Steven Seagal had the full length stick before it got broken into half, Professor Danny Santa was started far away, then came close, and then did the power shot. So it was on step 3 that he really, really came in for the kill. So if he had done that after Steven Seagal lost his sticks, I think he would have had a much better chance, a much better success. But, Of course, this is a movie. I'm just trying to look at it realistically and just trying to show you guys some blender tactics again. So, one of the things right here, the power shot breaks the stick, and there, double blender action. Both of them are going for it big time. And those are the sticks are just going back and forth. It's a little skirmish going on. And that's something I want you guys to think about, okay? The blender is making it difficult for each one of them to land their power shot. And also, it is the blender right here versus blender. So what happens when you got two blenders going on? So think of it as a fan, and the blades are going really, really quick. And if you have two fans going up against each other, blade versus blade, and they're rotating extremely rapidly, what happens? Well, in my opinion, what happens is it's a great way to break both of the fans. So in other words, if you go blender versus blender, that could definitely end up with both gentlemen getting hurt really, really bad, whether it's sticks, whether it's a single knife or double knife or machete, or double machete. Each guy has double machete or whatever. Either one of those, any one of those, if you go blender versus blender, you're going to get hurt really bad because it's just devastating. And that's where I want to stop this for now. Something for you guys to think about, and one of the reasons why I'm trying to evolve the blender to make it more manageable. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.